Welcome to the Sports on Pulse. I'm Gary Al Smith, and as you know, tonight we have the big one, the regional rivalry between Ghana and Nigeria as one of the games in the final group eliminators in the West African Football Cup, or as they call it, the WAFU Cup of Nations. Now, Ghana have already qualified from the group, and so we will be finding out if the teams are out and also if the starting 11 means that Maxwell Konadu will be resting players who were usually starting in the previous games, and so on and so forth. Now, joining us from Cape Coast, which is where the game will be, is Ridwan Ibrahim Asante from the Joy Sports team. Hello, Ridwan. Good afternoon.
Hi, Gary. How are you doing?
Fine, thank you. So, kickoff is at 6 p.m. Anything in terms of the team news?
What I'm picking up from the Ghana camp is that Thomas Abbey, who started in that makeshift left-back role, is unable to start. He's complaining of pains in his thigh, and so Maxwell Konadu has decided to just give him a rest for Emmanuel Ampia to step in. Remember that Ampia, who plays for Edmina Sharks, he started in the first game. He wasn't that impressive and was dropped for Abbey, to be redeployed as a left-back. So that's the only news I'm picking from the camp. From Takrady. They should be in the stadium any moment from now, but it looks like Maxwell will go ahead and make just one change to his starting lineup. So
what we also understand is that Maxwell Konadu, from what you are saying, is not going to try, anything in terms of the team, the players who have not been used in the side. He's going with the starting 11 as from previous games.
He said it at a post-match interview on Saturday that there was no way he was going to field a weakened side, and he was just going to field players or his starting or his best players, and he didn't see the need in him tweaking his side. He wants to go, on a full throttle and then finish off Nigeria. A win for Ghana would mean Nigeria, have been eliminated or would be eliminated, and it's good to send your rival home. If they progress and they hunt you, in the final, that will be, something of licking your wounds. So
right.
He doesn't want to get into that. He wants to field players who will be able to give him the 3 points, and he doesn't see the need in resting players at this point in time.
Right. So there's also the matter of Guinea versus Mali, which will be played concurrently. Who do you see advancing out of the group apart from Ghana?
Looks very tough to predict. Mali and play some solid football. Guinea, they held the Black Stars be until that goal came in, the first goal and then the second goal. The two of them are playing some good football at the tournament. I'm expecting a draw, because both teams struggle to score goals. Mali and Guinea, they don't have the men to, as it were, convert decent chances, and if they can get their scoring boots on like Senegal did yesterday, then my money will be on Mali. I think Mali are very athletic. They play with some know-how. They look mature, and they have the aces, if you ask me, to go through to the next stage of the competition. But this is football.
Right. So to more general issues, spectating has been good, especially when Ghana teams are playing. We are expecting a big crowd there. We know that school has reopened, Ridwan, and the universities and the tertiary institutions have been heavily involved. What's been the vibe like so far?
I think it's only increased, and the kickoff is in, let's say, a little under 2 hours, and already the far end of the pitch, people have started trooping in. Maybe the gates are also for free, so we like to come early and then pick your spot. Speaking to the organizers, this is going to be a test for them ahead of Sunday. Should the Black Stars make it to the finals, then they'll have to control the crowd. They have to be, plan Bs or other alternatives whereby they can watch the games from outside the stadium. This is just a small side stadium, 15,000 capacity, and with the way the interest is going, if the local Black Stars are able to put up another impressive display, then the semi-final and probably the third place or final matches will be very, very exciting for them, and the fans would like to come in in their numbers. And the school, like you just mentioned, the tertiary institutions have reopened, and they are also getting a feel of it. People haven't watched matches on television would like to be part of the feeling or the euphoria here inside the stadium. So they are trying to control the crowd. They will do that, and just to avoid any stampede or other unforeseen circumstances.
Okay. Redwan Ibrahim Asante, many thanks. He'll be giving us reports of this later on. Don't forget that we'll be here at 8:20 to bring you the rest. Redwan, thanks very much and enjoy the game. Right. So that's from the Cape Coast Stadium. Don't forget that today will be the first time that the Indom Stadium will also be utilized, because both games have to be played concurrently to avoid any fixed matches and so on. So the Indom Stadium will, for the first time, be used today and till the end of the competition. Kickoff is at 6 p.m. You can follow the Joy Sports Twitter and Facebook pages, as well as myjoyonline.com for the previews and also the review of the game. I'll be back at 8:20 with the results. Hopefully by that time we would have found the two teams out of Group A that will make it into the semi-finals.